I genuinely believe that anything that has to do with me in my application, I think that they are just too poor. Hi, welcome back. You read the title, you know what this is. I just got rejected for my dream job. I actually got rejected like 10 minutes ago, and I am still reeling with rage. I'm really mad. I was like, I have to film a video right now. I don't know what else to do. Like, just sit here and realize that, oh, everything that I had planned for the summer is actually just like gone away. That's not a great feeling. Not only that, I got rejected from every internship I applied to. But before we do that, you know the drill. We're gonna pick out a coloring page and we're gonna color during this because this is stressful and I need to de-stress. I realized I started this lemonade stand, but I never finished it, so let's do that. Okay. So where do we even begin? I found out about this job literally like a month ago. So beginning of April, which is already kind of late. Also, for those of you who don't know, I am a junior in college. I'm studying political science, but I really want any job where I can use my skills and also be happy. And I stumbled across this beautiful little job last month at a career fair. I didn't actually like walk into the career fair and then see the table. What I did is that before all my career fairs, I look at the employers and then I discovered this job. And it was for this writing program that I actually was familiar with. I've never done it before, but I've heard of the name. And it was the perfect job. It's through my university. The job would have started when my lease starts, so I wouldn't need to like find anywhere to live. It was just a really simple, basically like camp counselor kind of vibe. Like I wouldn't have to do like any of the actual like deep programming. It was more like kind of like chaperoning the kids, and that's kind of underselling it. I would be involved a little bit in that, but whatever, it doesn't matter because I wasn't accepted anyway. It was at my university. I go to this career fair. I introduce myself to the person. I'm trying to show that I'm really passionate about this. The conversation goes fine. I get the person's name. I go home. I write the perfect resume. I write the perfect cover letter. I have a career counselor look over it. I go to 3 references and every single one of them talked about how excited they were and they put their time and effort into this thing. And then I submitted it like 5 days before the due date. The due date passes. In the little portal thing, it says like in progress. And then 2 weeks go by and my application is just sitting in progress. And I'm getting increasingly worried because I haven't heard anything. Nothing, no interviews, no messages, no nothing. This is so painful. And you're probably like, okay, well, writing program, you're a poli-sci major, you're not in like the writing world, you're gonna have no experience. Like, of course they wouldn't hire you. No. It's basically a camp counselor, okay? I'm gonna undersell their fucking camp because what the fuck? Well, I don't want to do that. I don't want to burn a bridge. I just really would have put my effort into that job for $16 an hour. Like, oh, I'm actually going crazy. This hurts so much. But literally, the job application itself didn't like have like a lot of like requirements. It was like just be able to like work in a diverse environment, and I am an RA, so I was going to present the fact that I've worked in a diverse environment. I also wrote in my cover letter how when I was younger I went to all these little writing camps and they were so fun and so meaningful, and that's why like I literally wanted to do this because I just wanted to have like a little fun time, you know? I wanted to see kids write. It's literally like passion. It's not anything else. It's passion. And I mean, you're probably going to be like, oh, well, everyone who applied to that job has passion, but no, I was going to show up and make it work. I feel entitled because of the emotional like baggage I've put behind this job. But I didn't even get an interview, so I don't know why they didn't want me. It's not the end of the world. I technically do have a job. It's just like it's at home, so I have a 40-hour-a-week job at home, and then while I'm here, I have a part-time job when I'm not an RA. I can't work 40 hours at this part-time job in my college town because there are other people with my position, and there's only one person needed for the position, so we always just switch back and forth, so I wouldn't be able to do that. I have a full-time job, it's just not where I want to live. I'm calling home, but it's really like my parents' home, and I can't live with them all summer. I love them to bits and pieces, but that ship has sailed. I am emotionally done with living with my parents. I like living on my own. I don't know why, like, people just can't, like, interview me. Like, there were so many jobs I applied for where I didn't get to the interview stage, and I understand if, like, my qualifications don't read well, but on everything that I've applied for, I feel like I've been pretty self-aware with what I can and can't do. Like, I mean, for this job, like, I don't think I would even be criticizing other students' work, but I wrote about the fact that I'm literally an editor in one of the newspapers at my college, and I don't know why that didn't allow for me to get an interview. I genuinely don't believe that it's like my fault, because I think I genuinely put everything that I needed to into that application. I literally think that it's their fault, which is hilarious actually, because normally when I get rejected in the past, I'm like, okay, yeah, maybe I wasn't qualified, maybe they found someone who's like more compelling, but I don't know who's more compelling than me. Who's more compelling than me? I want to know. Ugh. Oh my gosh. I would also love to make a larger video on career anxiety, because I used to be extremely insecure about my personal life when I was like younger and like going through puberty and all that stuff. Like, who isn't insecure when they're younger? But all of that insecurity has kind of transferred into my professional life. I definitely have imposter syndrome, where I just feel like when I walk into a room, like I'm the most dumb person in the world. And I don't know, I've just like really struggled in like a lot of careers, feeling like adequate and like comparing myself to others. I did an internship last summer, which was fine. I did learn a lot, but the comparison really got to me and it really impacted my work performance. This is a great look for me if anyone's like looking to hire me. I've been through a lot of therapy to realize that like I don't need to be this big thing in life to be successful, and I started aiming for smaller jobs like this one. Like, I'm just not asking for much. I'm just asking for a company that has good values, which is surprisingly like hard to find. And values is like a big word, but like my values are just like actually like wanting to do good for people, you know? Like, sure, you could like provide services to people, but like do good in the world, okay? I want a company that's real. I hate corporate speak. I understand the necessity to have a professional like tone of voice so that no one gets offended or anything like that, but it just is so fake. I really hate it. I just like want real people who understand. I feel like when they like walk into work, I'm thinking of like Severance, the TV show, which is such a good show. But like you walk into work and like your brain becomes like a different work self, where you're just thinking for the company, you know? And you're not thinking for the individual. I just want a place where like individuality is good. And then I also want like the other things, like getting paid well and being able to have time off, which in America is like really hard to get. I kind of want to live in like France because they have like work-life balance laws and that would be so nice. But no, I'm stuck groveling for a simple writer camp job and I didn't get it. And I'm kind of like impressed with myself at how it doesn't feel like the end of the world. Like I said, it's not. I have a job, but it's not an exciting job. Like this job that I have this summer, it will literally have no intellectual stimulation. It is literally scanning mail. That is the job. I will be scanning mail for $16 an hour too, which yeah, I definitely feel like kind of a failure in other people's eyes, because last summer I did have like a big girl internship, but I used nepotism to get it because it was at my dad's company. But also in my defense, the recruiters did not know that I was my daughter's father. Or wait, my daughter's father? I don't have a daughter. The recruiters who hired me did not know that I was his daughter. So technically it wasn't nepotism when I got hired, but maybe it did help a little. because I knew exactly what the position was looking for, and I had a side door in. But I tried to make myself a side door with this job by going to the career fair and introducing myself and saying I was so passionate. And even in my cover letter, I don't know if this is a red flag, but I wrote down who I talked to. I don't know. I don't want to read it. Should I read my resume and cover letter and see, like, what I could have done different? Also, overall, not having a great end of the year. Let me just say that. My grades suck. My dog died. If you're wondering why I stopped posting on YouTube, that's why. My dog died. Yeah, things are just, like, not going great. Okay, let's read out this cover letter. Even though I think it was really good. I remember when I did submit it, I kind of definitely, like, hit submit with my eyes closed. So maybe there are some mistakes in here, but I think it's fine. Okay. Dear hiring manager, it is with great excitement that I submit my application as blank. I had the privilege of oh my god. Sorry, I'm nervous. I had the privilege of talking briefly with your representative, blank, at the blank career fair, and was inspired by how valuable your program could be for young writers. At my college, I have written for these 2 magazines and was promoted to senior editor for the former. Through my time as an editor, I have gained leadership skills and have learned how to support and challenge writers. I have also learned communication skills as a residential assistant at my university, preparing me to handle conflicts in a professional manner. I would use the writing skills I developed as a political science major, along with my passion for creative writing, to help foster a curious and empowering environment with the program. Okay, I don't want to read the whole thing because it's really boring. But I did, like, do the corporate speak thing that I hate so much because that's what I was told to do. I've been taking this career class, and that's how you get hired, by, you know, not trying to impress anyone in, like, the hiring, or not trying to be creative in the hiring process because you just want to get, like, your foot in the door. But now I'm like, I don't know, should I have done it my way? I don't think that would have helped my way either. What was I gonna do? Like, write a poem? I actually probably would have. If nothing mattered, I would have wrote a poem for them. But alas, they didn't get that from me. But who would want to hire someone based on their poetry? That means nothing. What I do as a job now doesn't mean anything. Like, I can change careers anytime. I was just maybe really excited about maybe the opportunity of finally following my dreams, and taking that first step, because I've known that I wanted to be a creative writer for, like, my entire life. And now at 20, I'm finally, like, committing myself and actively writing and trying to get published, which I haven't yet. I've gotten rejected from all the publications that I've sent my work to, and now I try to get a job, but now we know where that ended up. It's just really disheartening, and almost, like, seems like the universe telling me to, like, give up on my passion. But I kind of want to just be naive and just push past that. And also, it's just, like, the first job rejection. It doesn't have to be the first and last. But yeah, I'm graduating next semester. This is my second to last semester at university. And I'm a little nervous. I don't really know where I'm going to go. Some people might paint me as stupid, and that is totally fine. I think I did apply myself in university enough, but I think I just realized that I just have, like, such little time on this earth, and I just, like, really want to commit myself to something that I'm actually passionate about. And a lot of the jobs that I could get just don't excite that passion within me. I could get, like, a good job and a high-paying job, like, if I go back to my dad's company. But did it make me happy? Not really. So my happiness is, like, number one. But also I have to fucking, get food, pay rent, do all that. I don't know. Career stuff is funny. My 18-year-old self would not be happy to know that I am still in the same spot at 20, which isn't that much of a time difference, 2 years. But yeah, I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna keep looking for things, writing positions and stuff like that, and just try to figure it out. Rejection is redirection, and seems like I'm gonna be redirected. Now I'm gonna have more time to do YouTube, which is, like, pretty much my other dream. I mean, I do really like content creation because it kind of reminds me of creative writing. maybe in like a less meditative way that creative writing gives me, but it's still being like creative and doing fun things. And all right, I feel like this video is too long, but I also have not finished my coloring. Maybe I should do this as like a stress debriefer and come back and show you guys what I did. Well, actually, in the other videos, I don't think I finished either, so I'll just show you what I have so far. Did literally nothing. I was mostly rambling. But thank you so much for watching this video. I am going to ask them, though. I'm going to ask them why they didn't hire me. And I'm probably not going to hear back because I didn't even get an interview, so why would they want to talk to someone who they think is that below them? Okay, actually, I'm going to actually spill some tea. This writing program, okay, for 2 weeks, you send high schoolers to a writing program at a university. Not even like a private school, Ivy League university, just like a public university. How much money do you think you're going to spend? Okay. All right, you got your number? $5,000. $5,000. Who's got money for $5,000 to send their kid to writing camp? I personally think that they didn't get enough students, so they don't need any more program assistants, because how the hell are you going to spend $5,000 to send your kid to writing camp? I genuinely believe that that is it, and not anything that has to do with me and my application. I think that they are just too poor. I don't know the type of writers that would have been like attracted to that writing camp. It would have been probably all rich kids, and I didn't care. I just wanted to listen to their creative writing prompts and just keep writing all summer. But I can already do that. I can write all summer, and I don't have to go to a camp. All right, final look. Wait, did I already show you this? I think I literally did. Okay. Ah, I'm going crazy. All right. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please feel free to subscribe, to comment, to do anything. If you like the video, if you comment, then I'll know that you want to see more of it, and then I will produce more of it. And thank you so much. Have a great day. Oh wait, I forgot my key line. Subscribe and I'll love you forever. Bye-bye.